Columbia police are searching for a man who they say fled officers twice and shot at someone 8 days ago. KRCG 13's Noah Brown is live from Columbia City Hall, where police made their first public statement regarding the search.
Officials are still looking for Keith E. Brody and another individual following two separate chases and a large manhunt Wednesday night into Thursday morning last week. Columbia police said officers were dispatched to the 3700 block of Rollins Road Wednesday evening around 8:30 about a report of Brody, who already had 2 warrants out for his arrest, sitting in a truck in a driveway. When officers approached Brody, he drove off, hitting an officer as he fled. That officer was treated at University Hospital, and his injuries were not life-threatening. Police chased after Brody, but were called off about 5 minutes later after they lost sight of his vehicle. Just after midnight Thursday morning, police say Boone County Sheriff's deputies responded to a call on Southwest Way about Brody shooting at a residence before fleeing with another person in an SUV. Officers chased after them, and police say one fired their service weapon at the SUV, causing it to veer off the road and crash at Nebo Cemetery Road and Highway UU. Brody and the other suspect ran. SWAT and K-9 units searched the area, but police said they were unable to locate both people.
The same man, William Christopher Neiman, as mentioned, who is facing a first-degree murder charge for the homicide of Greg Jones, has also been tied to another murder case in Fulton. KRCG 13's Ashley Eddy spoke to Fulton Police Chief Steve Myers and joins us in the studio with what authorities are looking into.
Carry on. Fulton Police Chief Steve Myers says William Neiman was considered a person of interest in the murder of Shonda Sloat Reed back in 2005. Myers says police found Reed shot and killed in her home on Tanglewood Drive. Since then, Myers says they have spent hundreds of hours looking into the case, and Neiman hasn't been eliminated as a potential suspect, along with several others. Myers says evidence from the case was resubmitted to the lab for testing in 2015. No new information came out, but they will possibly be testing the information again due to new advancements in technology. Myers says with the arrest of Neiman in regards to the murder of Greg Jones, it could mean new information from the public being brought to light about his possible involvement in the murder of Reed.
We now know a Boone County grand jury has indicted Joseph Elledge on his most recent charge of first-degree murder. That is according to the Boone County Prosecuting Attorney's Office. Elledge was charged with first-degree murder last week on February 19th by prosecutor Dan Knight in the death of his wife Mung Chi Ji. Knight today told KRCG 13 why his office went the route of getting a grand jury indictment.
Well, in order for a felony case to be resolved on the felony level, that case must make its way into circuit court, and that can be done one of 2 ways. Either the case can be taken through a grand jury and an indictment can be sought, or the case can be taken through a preliminary hearing, and we chose the first option.
The elementary and middle school students will show off their skills at the Indiana Robotics Championship next weekend at Lucas Oil Stadium. And WSBT 22's Selena Guevara is here. Selena, one of the teams is the Woodview Eaglebots in Nappanee.
Yeah, they were the world champions last year. So without giving away any of their secrets, they showed me how they're preparing to defend that title this year. Looking at this team, you'd think they're like a well-oiled machine. While practicing for the state championships, they keep breaking their own records, and they make it look so simple.
You got 1 point. You got 1 point.
You got a point!
I think it's pretty easy.
Does that count? No. But behind this seemingly seamless success,
We have a lot of mess-ups.
the number of times they've had those mess-ups,
Maybe, I don't know, hundreds.
but their coach says that's part of the process.
Failure is not an option is a really common phrase in our society, but when it comes to robotics, it's all about failures and it's all about making mistakes and overcoming those mistakes.
They're in here almost every day after school, and even during recess and Christmas breaks.
A lot of teams don't practice every day.
They're hoping the practice makes them perfect.
If you only move one, it'll just spin in circles like that.
But when things don't go perfect,
I try to stay calm and relaxed, usually.
they meticulously write down every little thing that goes wrong. Their notebooks are part of the judges.
2, 1, time's up.
They've been setting goals and tracking their progress. And when they get to the big stage, it's the life skills of patience and teamwork that'll get them through.
That's really big, and it's going to be really hard to do it. and I wanted to be a part of that process of winning again.
Now, the Eaglebots are one of several registered middle and high school teams in our area. 385 teams were invited out of more than 2,000 in the state. And also making the trek are teams from Plymouth, Logansport, St. Joseph County, and Elkhart County, and also several elementary school teams as well. In the studio, I'm Selena Guevara for WSBT 22 News.